Hey, you perfect soul. Gnosis is a mystical or esoteric knowledge based on a Gnostic's personal experiences with the divine. The Gnostics described Sophia's spark as an inward knowing, which gave the individual unique spiritual power. The Gnostics actually believed it was easier for women to obtain this spark, since women were seen as energetically, psychologically, and cosmically more aligned with the awakening process. Women in general played large roles in Gnostic communities, since they were considered to be literally structured for spiritual receptivity. Apostle Mary Magdalene was also presented as receiving higher revelations than the male disciples. The cosmology in itself is built on masculine and feminine energies in a form of yin and yang, wholeness. The highest emanation of the divine feminine was Babeo, the primal feminine force from whom all spiritual realms emanate. One important emanation aeon was Sophia, the archetype of divine intelligence, who actually became a single mother. But how come women were considered to be structured for spiritual awakening? I am Sophia, PhD and author within self-help, spirituality, fantasy action, and sociology. In this video series, I will describe my personal revelations from the Nag Hammadi collection, which you can find online in a Gnostic library. In my channel, you will also find an older video series with summaries of Revelation of John. Like and follow if it feels authentic for you. Gnostics revered women as teachers and leaders, and saw women as the carriers of divine intuition and the feminine energy as the divine spark of Gnosis, Sophia. Sophia was considered to flow more strongly through women because women's reproductive system mirrors the cosmic womb, while their cyclical nature also mirrors lunar rhythms. Gnostics even considered women's capacity for emotions, intimacy, and intuition to mirror the true and divine traits of the spiritual realm. Women were, in other words, seen as the living expression of a cosmic feminine principle, with their bodily experiences and expressions. Women, it was thought, feel truth before they think it. It is a bodily awareness and a bodily sacredness. Women birthed new realities energetically and physically. Therefore, women were considered to hold the memory of the origin in the pleroma, in the heaven, in their bodies. Women accessed that way higher consciousness through the body, not despite it. This praise of bodily awareness contradicts the patriarchal religions, where the body was seen as a problem with its lusts and needs. In Gnosticism, women's bodies were seen as portals, where the womb was the storehouse of understanding. Gnostics also believed that the feminine energies carry the original undiluted spark of God. Women were the ones who embodied the full arc of Sophia's descent and Christ's ascent. Women naturally flowed Sophia down through them as intuition and flowed Christ up through them as awakening. In the same way that Sophia descended to create, women descend into body, pregnancy, emotion, intuition. When Sophia returned to the pleroma, it is a symbol of women naturally rising in cycles of many different kinds: menstrual, emotional, life stage, intuition, and initiatory phases. In that way, women carried the power of descending and ascending. Women was considered to feel the world as one, more naturally. Modern neuroscience actually verifies this with findings that show that women use both hemispheres more simultaneously, where estrogen supports empathy and intuition. Likewise, many esoteric traditions also states that women awaken faster, sense energy more strongly, and hold spiritual memory more deeply. This is usually especially true for women over 50, who transforms their energy with them, shift from reproductions to awakening. When these wise women are not bound to bodily changes, they instead give energy to their spiritual fire. This is also why indigenous cultures and shamanic lineage, besides Gnostic circles, saw older women as keepers of wisdom and path of the soul. Since Gnosticism saw salvation not as a belief, but as a knowing of yourself, women's greater emotional intelligence became their spiritual technology. Both culturally and biologically, women were and are conditioned more often to self-reflect, emphasize, relate, intuit, feel, and discern. Women also live from the heart field more naturally, which is valuable keys of Gnosis. Women were seen to access intuition, maturity, and emotional intelligence more naturally, and thereby awaken faster, lead with compassion, and hold the memory of unity. Women are, because of that, often representatives of the Divine Mother on earth, carriers of a divine intuition, as well as living expressions of the cosmic womb of creation. In the next video, we will talk about Barbeo and Sophia, the womb of creation and the Divine Mother. Like and follow if it feels authentic for you. Bye.